Good evening to my subscribers in the Philippines. Good early morning to my subscribers in America and beyond. First of all, I just want to thank you for stopping by my channel. I want to thank you for watching my videos. My little channel is really growing. You know, I never get rich doing this, but I do want to be helpful. My 11 years doesn't make me an expert on the Philippines, okay? And if I come off as a know-it-all, as an expert, I apologize. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to be helpful. I'm trying to build a channel that's going to be a resource to the new man and woman, the newbie, so to speak, who is interested in coming to the Philippines on vacation, for a slow vacation, even to retire. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm boots on the ground. I'm right in the middle of all of this. I'm not on the edges like a lot of these other vloggers, you know, in these fancy hotels and condominiums, looking down, giving you a play-by-play. No, I'm right in the middle of it, and it's for your benefit. I'm going to give you the nitty-gritty. I'm never going to sugarcoat my information, okay? When you get off that plane in Manila or Cebu, I want you to be ready, okay? I don't want you to come here and be a tourist. My information is going to take you from the tourist class into the first class, okay? That's what I'm trying to do. Okay, so today I just wanted to do a little something different. You know, it's nice out here. As you can see, I'm in San Carlos City. Voted the cleanest city in the Philippines for 2 years in a row. But I wanted to do my top 10 reasons why you should drop everything in the United States or the West and move to the Philippines. Okay, I don't have a whole lot of time, so I'm gonna get right to it. Reason number one is the people, obviously. The Filipino hospitality is known throughout the world, okay? I've never felt as welcome here as I have anywhere else in the world, and I've been around the world as a member of the United States Navy, and I've never felt as free anywhere here. The people here, they will roll out the red carpet for you. Anthony Bourdain said it best, and I'm just like Anthony Bourdain. I agree with him. They're some of the most happiest and givingest people that he's ever met. And they have so little to be happy for and so little to give. But the people, number one. Number two is the geography. Remember, I always tell you that the Philippines is the cake. Everything else is the icing. Beautiful people, the weather, the beaches, and all of that. But the geography here, the Philippines has something for everybody. I don't care if you're a beach bum, if you're a backpacker, scuba diver, hiker, it doesn't matter. You know, if you're just a lonely heart looking for love here, it has it. You know, the mountains, the beaches, the volcanoes, you know, the beaches, I mean, just, you know. So geography is number two. Number three, and I'm going to have to cheat because I don't forget, it's visa restrictions. This is a very visa-friendly country, especially if you're from America, okay? And I'll give you an example, and I'll give you also a comparison. In the Philippines, my U.S. passport, the minute I touch ground, is good for 30 days. It gives me 30 days without a visa, okay? And then I can renew my visa for 1 month, 2 months, or 6 months, but I can do that for 3 years. So I can come to the Philippines and never have to leave for 3 years, okay? Then I can leave one day, come back and start the 3 years all over again. Now compare that to Indonesia, where you have to leave every 90 days, okay? So you see why that's high on my list, okay? Number four is English speaking. A great many Filipinos here can speak English, okay? Which makes the transition so much easier, okay? Imagine, I'm in a whole different hemisphere from America, and I can come here, and the people understand me. They can speak to me, I can converse with them. Most of the signs and the signage is in English. So that makes the transition so much easier than, say, going to Japan or China or one of those places. And the Philippines is the only English-speaking Asian country, okay? So English-speaking. Number five is the cost of living. And if you ever been to the Philippines, you know how affordable it is, especially when you get outside of the Metro Manila, that national capital region. It's very affordable here. Right now, I'm in San Carlos City, Negros Occidental. This is in the Visayas, the Western Visayas region of the Philippines. And I'm paying 140 US dollars for a 2-bedroom house, 1 bath. My electric runs another $20 a month. Then my water's another $4 a month. So you see how affordable it is. Okay, this next one on my list, people hardly ever talk about it, but I'm going to talk about it. And it's the Filipino way of life. Okay, it's different than the cost of living, but it's the way they live over here. They have a very laid-back society, very easygoing. Some people call it nostalgic. It reminds me of when I was growing up in the 70s in America. I mean, everybody seems like they know everybody else. I mean, they're very religious. I think 85% of the population is Catholic. Then you got a lot of Muslims that live here, and then Christians, and they all live together, but it's a laid-back, stress-free atmosphere. The people are so carefree. I've learned so much from living here. Okay, that's number 6. Number 7 on my list is the weather. Now, before you start talking about the typhoons and all of that, remember, the Philippines is very vast. Okay, 7,641 islands. So once you get out of that Luzon region, it's not many typhoons. Now, I know here recently you had one down in Tagbilaran. No, not Tagbilaran. Not Ormoc City. I done lost my train of thought, but in Leyte, there was a typhoon Yolanda. But I've been coming here for 11 years, and that was the first real devastating typhoon that I had experienced in my 11 years. Normally it happens up in Luzon, where they get all of those typhoons every year. But the average temperature in the Philippines is about 82 degrees all year long. The sun shines 365 days a year. How can you not love that? Okay. Also, number 8, and this is one that people very, very seldom touch on. It's the U.S. Embassy here in the Philippines. One of the best in the whole world. If you've ever been to Manila and you've seen this place, is vast. I mean, it's palatial. And they can handle everything from your passport to applying for your Social Security when you retire, to CRBA, you know, you name it, they can do it. It's a one-stop shop, but it's a beautiful place, and it's something that you really have to see. Number 9 on here I've got, it's easy to come and go to the Philippines, okay? And I'm talking pre-pandemic. I believe there was something like, just coming from America, I mean a plethora of flights coming to the Philippines and going back to America. It was so easy to get here, okay? And you know, when I first came in 2009, the tickets have gone down dramatically. So the ease of coming to the Philippines and then going back home, that's another reason. See, you don't have to come over here and worry about getting stuck over here. How am I going to get back home? There's plenty of flights from America to the Philippines and vice versa. Okay, now this last one, remember, this is my list. I'm on the ground, I'm boots on the ground. This isn't something that I'm making up. This is something I'm living. I'm boots on the ground. I'm gonna give you the nitty gritty. I'm not gonna sugarcoat this. But the 10th reason to drop everything that you're doing in America and come to the Philippines is the crime. Okay, and I know you're gonna say, oh man, the crime is high in the Philippines. Yeah, once you get outside of that Metro Manila National Capital Region, here's one thing you have to take in account. 70% of the GNP, the gross national product of the Philippines, is produced in Manila, in that Metro Manila area. And I would say, and I'm not a criminologist, FBI, NBI, anything like that. I would say that 70% of the crime is there too. Okay, once you leave that Metro Manila and Quezon City and all them places up there, Cavite, and you come on down south, you know, the crime is almost, it's almost non-existent, really. I'm here in San Carlos City. I looked it up today. Okay, the crime index here is 25. Okay, which is very low, one of the lowest in all the Philippines, compared to the crime index in Metro Manila, which is 74. Okay, one thing that stuck out to me, they asked the people here, what, on that crime index, how much are you worried about your car getting broken into or something getting stolen from your car? In San Carlos, it was 0. 0. Okay, Metro Manila was 59. Okay. In Ormoc City, Lady, their capital city basically in Lady, population about 250,000. They had 134 crime incidents. You see what I'm talking about? Now remember, the crime that they're talking about encompasses everybody, the Filipino included. But I'm just talking to you as a expat or foreigner or visitor coming here. Your likelihood, I'm gonna keep it on me. I'm from Louisville, Kentucky. My likelihood of being a victim of crime in the Philippines is greater in my hometown of Louisville, Kentucky, where right now in 2020, we've set a record for homicides, okay, than I am being a victim over here in the Philippines. In my 11 years here, I've never had any problem, nothing that even resembled a problem. No pickpocket, nobody trying to steal my money, rob me, shoot me, or anything like that, okay? So there it is, guys, there you have it. My top 10 reasons why you should drop everything that you're doing in the United States and come to the Philippines, okay? Remember, I never ask you for your money, but I do need your support. If you like my videos, like them. If you want to comment, by all means comment. If you prefer, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Remember, I'm trying to build a channel to be a resource for the new man and woman, the newbie, okay, who's contemplating coming over here to the Philippines for a visit, for a vacation, to retire here. Okay, I want to be their handbook, so to speak, because there is a handbook on the Philippines on how to live successfully here, how to thrive here, okay? I want to be their handbook. And I appreciate you watching my videos. Remember, I'm boots on the ground. I'm telling you what I'm seeing. I'm telling you what I'm living. This isn't something somebody's telling me, okay? I'm going to give you the nitty-gritty. I'm never going to sugarcoat my information because it's not going to do you any good. When you get off that plane in Manila or Cebu, I want you to say, here's what my goal is. Calvin told me about that, or Calvin warned me about that. See, remember, I don't want you to be a tourist when you get here. I'm going to take you from the tourist class and move you over to first class. Thank you so much. I appreciate you stopping by my channel today. Take care, stay COVID free, be safe.